This one is the Miyoo Mini Flip, and it is a compact clamshell retro handheld that focuses on three things: portability, simplicity, and instant play. And in this video, I want to walk you through everything that you need to know about it. We're going to talk design, controls, display, performance, battery, software, what you can actually play on it, where to get it, and I want to help you decide whether this fits you or if it doesn't. And before we get into the nitty-gritty of things, let me welcome you here on Play Fever, where we talk about gaming and handhelds, and I really try to focus on the experience and not only just on the specs. So if that's your kind of thing, well, why don't you stick around? The two defining features here are the clamshell design, and here I want to give a little shout out to those of you that remember the Motorola Start Attack. If you do, let me know down below in the comments. And the fact that this thing is absolutely tiny. Yes, it's basically the size of one of my keys, and it has become a device that I pick up every morning when I leave the house, along with my keys, with my wallet and my phone, and it just slides into my pocket, whether the front pocket of the jeans or the jacket, seamlessly. It's very compact, it's lightweight, 165 gram, and this one is clearly designed to be your everyday carry. In terms of build, it has a matte finish and a little bit of texture here in the back, solid hinges, and overall it's quite robust for what it is, and that combination really defines what this device is all about. But let's talk about one of the most important things when it comes to a handheld, and that is the controls. Due to the nature of the device, they are quite compact because the device itself is quite compact, but the feel is pretty good, and the D-pad here is rather responsive and precise, so it works very well for your 2D games and anything that needs accurate input. The face buttons, they have a clear feel, clicky, and they give you a good feedback when you press them. Then there is the menu, the select, and the start button. I'll tell you more about them later on. You've got a volume rocker on the side, and you've got your power button on the other side. So all in all, for short sessions, everything feels quite tight and responsive here. But because of the size, you have to consider that it works fine, mainly for short bursts, but it can feel a little bit cramped over time, especially depending on the size of your hands. The display is a 2.8-inch IPS display. It's a 4:3 with a resolution of 750 x 560. It's bright, the colors look very good, contrast is solid, you can tweak all of that in the software as well. And for your retro games, this size works really well because everything looks nice and sharp. I enjoy this display. Inside it runs a Cortex A7 processor, that's 1.2 GHz, 128 megabyte of RAM, so this isn't a high performance device by any mean, but for what it's built for, it does the job pretty well, and it handles classic systems very reliably, which is exactly where this device is positioned. Well, in terms of what you can play on this is really built for retro games, so systems like the Game Boy, the Game Gear, the Game Boy Advance, the Super NES, the Mega Drive, the PlayStation 1, they all run very well on it, and that's the sweet spot. But if you're expecting something more demanding, well, this isn't really the device for that. It runs a Linux-based system. Mine came with Onion OS because I got it from MechDIY. I'll tell you more about them in a bit. And the interface is fast, it's simple, it's easy to navigate. You can jump into your games pretty quickly, use save states so you can pick up where you left your game, and it doesn't get in your way, which fits the device very well. Battery capacity is around 2,500 mAh, and in real use that means somewhere between 2 and 4 hours depending on your settings or what you're playing, and it charges via USB-C in around an hour, holding standby pretty well too, which helps you to just pick it up and use it whenever you want. In terms of connectivity, you get a 2.4 GHz Wi-Fi built in. I just connected mine to my Wi-Fi. You can use it for doing things like transferring games, or you can do some multiplayer between devices. I haven't tried that though, so I can't tell you much about it. But yeah, the Wi-Fi works as expected, but it's not a central element to how this device is used. And when it comes to where you can get one of these, well, I got mine from MechDIY because they sent it over for a review, and it actually came with a 256 gigabyte micro SD by SanDisk, which was ram-packed with games, and it had Onion OS as an operating system. So you should really go and check out MechDIY if you're planning to get one of these, and I'll leave you a link in the description. And by the way, I have to give MechDIY a big shout out because they're a great outlet if you want to get a retro handheld, not only because they have a lot of availability, but also because they're great when it comes to customer support and helping you with any questions. So go check them out. In practice, this is not a device I use for very long sessions. I told you this is something that I carry with me at all times at the moment, but it's something that I use in between. So for example, when I wait for my wife in the car, or I'm on the train, or just a few minutes at home. And I'll give you an example. A few days ago, I picked up somebody from the airport. Their flight was delayed, and I had this with me, which basically got me an hour of gaming at the airport waiting, and that was perfect for that. And that's really where the size makes a big difference, because it's small enough that you can actually carry it with you at all time and anywhere, and that really changes how you use this thing. Now let's talk about a few aspects that are maybe not so good, because there are a few limitations. First one, because of the size, well, the buttons, they can feel a little bit cramped, especially over longer sessions. I have big hands, so this isn't something that I feel very comfortable using for a long time. It's not a Steam Deck. I told you before, I have a little grudge with the menu, the select and the start button, and that has to do with the fact that they're actually a little bit lower than the other buttons, and whenever I press them, I actually don't get a very good feedback. It might just be my wonky thumb though. Performance is of course also something that you have to be aware, and this is limited to classic systems, so anything beyond that is not what this device is built for. If you want something with more room, go check out, for example, the Miyoo Smart Pro, which I made a video about. That lets you play a few more systems and it has a little bit more power. The software also, it can feel a little bit inconsistent at times. Out of the box, I had a few problems with mine, so I had to reinstall Onion OS. It wasn't a big deal, and after that, everything went very smoothly. By the way, if you're looking for Onion OS and you want to install it, there's a link down below for that as well. So compare it to something like the Miyoo Smart Pro, which I just mentioned, or the Brick. Those are simply more comfortable because they're bigger, they're better for longer sessions, and they actually offer a bit more performance. But if you want portability, well, this is the place to go. So who is this actually for? Well, the Miyoo Mini Flip is really built for people who value portability above everything else. So if you're somebody who commutes, you travel, or you just want something that you can always have with you in your pocket, this one makes a lot of sense. It's also great if you're into your retro games, especially anything from 8-bit to the 16-bit era up to the PlayStation 1. But this isn't about power or long sessions. It's about quick access and simplicity. You can pick it up, play for a few minutes, close it, which is great. Screen's always protected, and then you can move on. And because of the clamshell design, it's actually really practical to carry every day. So it's similar to a Game Boy Advanced SP. If that's what you're looking for, well, this fits really, really well. So let's summarize real quick. The pros: it's very compact, it's pocketable, the clamshell design protects the device, it's great for short gaming sessions, the software is simple and responsive, the price point is very accessible. So what's not so good is the buttons are small, so it's not ideal for longer play, and of course the performance is limited. But all in all, the Miyoo Mini Flip isn't trying to compete with larger handhelds. It couldn't possibly. But it's built around portability and simplicity. So if you want a powerful all-in-one device, you should look for something else. But if you want something small, easy to carry, and quick to use, well, this does exactly that. And by the way, if you've got any questions about it, drop them down in the comments, because I go through all of them and I make sure that I answer all of them. And if you enjoy this kind of content, please let me know just by pressing the thumbs up. And if you want to see more videos like these, well, there's a lot worse you could do than subscribe. In any case, thank you so much for watching. It's been a pleasure, and I'll be seeing you in the next one. Bye bye.